Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, May 26th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I invite the wisdom to make positive changes into my life. So, we have a full moon total eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. It is at 5 degrees Sagittarius, which happens to be the degree of my sun sign in Sagittarius. So I'm the perfect person to help guide you through the beginning of this eclipse season, the first eclipse of this eclipse season. So let's dig into this energy. Now, this is a total lunar eclipse. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that some people can get hyped up on it's a total eclipse versus a partial eclipse. And what I've seen is that the intensity does not depend on whether it's total or partial. So even though this is a total eclipse, it does not increase the intensity. What does increase the intensity is... watching my candle do interesting things behind me. What does increase the intensity is the connections that it's making. Now, this eclipse is not making very intense connections. So that's actually good. We can really focus on the lesson in this. Now, I do want to say that you could be a person who has a lot of 5-degree energy in your chart, and this eclipse may feel more intense for you, or the eclipse may be right on your sun sign, like me, and that could amp up the intensity. So when I'm saying this isn't a super intense eclipse, you may not be experiencing that based on your chart, and that is okay. Eclipse energies bring change in, and so that's why we are asking for wisdom in our energy mantra for today. The wisdom to be able to tune into the highest changes that can be made in your life. Now, it also doesn't mean on Wednesday, all of a sudden you're going to be like, well, here come the changes. Eclipses do have an overarching period of about 6 months. So over these next 6 months, you may experience changes where Sagittarius is in your chart. So that is something to pay attention to. And again, this is where you want to use wisdom. Speaking of wisdom, let's look at the Sabian symbol, which really brings that forward. The Sabian symbol for Sagittarius 5 degrees, I should be able to rattle this off my head because it is my Sabian symbol. But I want to get it right. So the Sabian symbol is an old owl sits alone on the branch of a large tree. And owls do represent wisdom, and owls represent messages from above, and owls can represent protection. But I really am tuning into the wisdom energy. Now, eclipses also work in tandem with the nodes, and so we actually have the South Node in Sagittarius within 10 degrees, or not 10 degrees, sorry, within 5 degrees of the eclipse. It's at 10 degrees. Within 5 degrees of where this eclipse is happening at 5 degrees. And then the North Node is in Gemini. So we are being called into the energy of change. We are being called with the South Node energy to release what we thought we knew. We're being called to be students at this time. Students of the universe, students of change. This is a beautiful opportunity for releasing energies, for releasing patterns that are not helping you climb the mountain, that are not helping you expand into your greatest and best self. Sagittarius is the sign of the optimist. Sagittarius is the sign of the adventurer. Sagittarius is the sign that is able to see things from a higher perspective. And yet, with Sagittarius energy, we can find ourselves narrowing. This is the truth. This is what I believe. And this is the only truth that there is. And when we do that, we can very much limit ourselves to other perspectives and other energies that we need to tune into. In fact, I think we're seeing a lot of that on social media, whether it's about, vaccines or Jerusalem and Palestine. There's a lot of people who are like, this is the only way. And I think we all came in with soul agendas, and that soul has a highest calling that we are meant to step into. And I don't think anybody else can really judge what somebody's soul path and what somebody's soul calling is. And so to say that you know better for somebody in their life is a very, very smug thing for you to say, unless you are ultimate creator, right? The ultimate universe creator energy that does know the agenda of each and every single soul on this planet, right? Or soul in the universe. So we want to be aware of that. And again, tune in for our own personal life, the wisdom to make the changes that are being called in to help release any patterns of stuckness. Now, what I think makes this really interesting is the last time we had eclipses in Sagittarius and Gemini was actually in 2012. And have you seen those memes that are like, oh, it wasn't 2012, they got it backwards. It's actually 2021 where this change comes in. I think 2012 was a portal of change. And I think that this is another leveling up. And part of change is being able to release beliefs that keep us stuck. Beliefs that keep us suppressed. Energies that keep us out of our power. Energies that no longer resonate. Beliefs that no longer resonate. So this is a very powerful leveling up time in your life. Now, this can apply, like I said, in multiple layers. So just be very aware. Where are you feeling suppressed? Where are you feeling this energy of suppression? Tied down, corded down, not in your power, not in your authority. These are all things that we've been working on individually in the astro. And what in your life that you're paying attention to, that you're noticing, is showing you ways to release this energy. I was doing a reading for a friend client yesterday, and what I kept seeing, she coined it what it was, the roundabouts, where you go drive around, you know, those little traffic circles, and they have multiple exit points. And so, you know, it can feel like in that suppression energy, just going around. I'm not sure what the exit point is. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to be going. I think we ultimately do. I think we all know what it is that we need to release in our life that doesn't serve, and yet it's not always easy. And this energy feels like something that's going to be like, here's an easy button. There's still work to do, but hit this button, like release. And what I'm picturing is those old movies where it has like the release button in the car, and suddenly like you in the seat are flying out of the car and there's a parachute. That was the image that just popped into my mind. So what do you need to release at this time to get yourself off the roundabout? What beliefs are keeping you stuck and stagnant and not serving your wisdom, not serving the changes that you're being called to make, not serving a greater perspective of the truth of the world? So this is really beautiful energy. Now, like I said, there's not a lot of really strong connections in it, but there is a lot of potent astro that is going on at this time between, you know, the eclipses, Mercury retrograde, Saturn just went retrograde. It's all a lot. And so, and Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius and Pisces, we are being called into deeper spiritual truths. I actually said something in yesterday's scope that's coming back up again. I think a lot of times as humans, like, we can mourn wisdom that is lost. And I know I've had a lot of pain from who knows what lifetime about the Library of Alexandria, how it was burnt down. And yet that wisdom, it is in the universe. And I do believe there are those of us who are here on the planet who have this wisdom to share again. I actually think that the first time I tuned into that may have been right around 2011, 2012. I remember calling my friend and being like, I have this weird feeling about this. Oh my God, I really actually think that was that time, because I was in Soul Garden at that time. Oh my gosh, how crazy is that? Anyway, so this is a time when this knowledge is available for us to reconnect to within ourselves and out in the world. And what we need to do is be open to the fact that it's there, and be open to the fact that we can be portals for this energy, for this wisdom, to help us all grow. Now, besides this beautiful eclipse today, we do have one connection. Universe is like, just soak in the wisdom. Be the owl. Notice what's going on. So the only connection we have is the moon in Sagittarius connecting into Saturn. And Saturn is about purpose and growing into our highest and greatest potential. So this is a really positive connection. I think it's really funny that my candle went out during this, like, eclipse of the candle. So we got to see that. If any of you catch the moment that it actually went out, that would be really interesting. So yeah, that Saturn connection, Saturn newly retrograde, it is 13 degrees revolution, evolution. So again, keeping your mind open and being willing to be innovative with the beliefs that you are holding on to, because maybe the belief is right, but it just needs a little finagling to really work the magic that it has for you in your life. So let's just look at these cards that I have. Oh my gosh, I love when I have these cards. Alpha and Omega wand action. I have the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, the Source card and the Creator. And we all have access to this, which can help us release said suppression. Oh, my friend said this to me today. Remember who you are. You are Source. You are connected to Source. You have Source as part of you. You are creator and creative energy. There's no need for us to get stuck beyond the lessons. If you are feeling stuck, dig deeper. What is the lesson? What is the pattern that you keep perpetuating or is perpetuating? There's no blame there. You're perpetuating this. No. Releasing that. What is the pattern that is being continuously perpetuated, that is keeping you feeling that suppression? It's time to get beyond the illusion, beyond whatever beliefs are keeping us there, beyond the places where we've kind of like cut off that third eye energy and open back up. Jupiter and Pisces, open back up, almost feeling like pulsing third eye energy. What I would suggest is a meditation, meditating on your third eye and opening it and saying to Spirit, saying to God, universe, help me release any limiting beliefs, any beliefs that are keeping me suppressed, any beliefs that are keeping me in unhelpful illusion, trying for the right angle for the light. Maybe this is what you need to see. Here you go. And then finally, not a strong suit. Joe has this light. He has it set to like turn itself off, and it's very unhelpful when I'm recording and it does that. The patience card. Have patience with this process. Like I said, eclipses work over 6 months. We have another Sagittarius eclipse coming in. We are going to be going through eclipse corridor. This isn't wham bam change, but set the intention for change and work on it. And this really can be a major wake-up time for us all. So I'm going to leave this here, a little longer than I planned. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. I just realized, first my candle eclipsed, and then the light eclipsed. So we're having full moon eclipses over here too. So the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and be oh so curious about your life and this universe that we are in. Namaste.